me and stuff like that. And she thinks she all that 'cause she can do this, she can do that, da 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 da. Okay, guess who made the team? And see, the other girl, she was on the team like for 3 years. She didn't get it this year. So be careful how you treat people. And I hate to tell you this, but you're gonna always think that someone is better than you. So you have to know the requirements. I know some girls, they come in, they're like, ooh, I want to try out. But it's like, you don't know why you want to try out. I mean, not that why you want to try out. I'm going to get to that part later. But you don't know, what you're trying out for. You have to know what you're trying out for. Because, like, different squads and stuff like that, it's like, you have to have tumbling. In some squads, you don't have to have tumbling. In some squads, you have to have 5 jumps. Some squads, you only have to have 2 jumps. But one thing you better get right before you try, you better get that toe touch right. Because if you ain't got a toe touch, you can't get it. And I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect toe touch. Like, I know when some people try, they don't point their toes. But I mean, they're doing a toe touch. They just don't point their toes. That's okay. We'll work with you. You better have it when you make the team. But like, if you can't even do that, and I know some people they think you have to be in with your toe touch. Don't do that. Just, and you have to know the count out time for your, your potential squad, because I know some schools, they have different counting methods. Like, one school is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and school I go to now, well, other school was like, school I used to cheer at my middle school, but my high school is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and my sister's laughing in the background, and I don't know why, but but yeah, you are supposed to know that for your school, and I say start stretching like at least 3 months before tryouts. Do not stretch 3 weeks or 6 weeks. 3 months, at least 3 months. But I say start, 6 months. 6 months, that's an ample amount of time. You could have a hyperextended toe touch. I'm just saying. But start, stretching 6 months before, or 3 months, because that's what I usually, do. Like, for people who are like, kind of, I'm just chill. Start 3 months before. Because some schools, they have their tryouts in March. If you have your tryouts in March, start at like the beginning of December. Even if your tryouts are like in the middle of March, start at the beginning of December. At my school, it's in April. So I usually start by January. January, that's pretty good. I usually start by like the second day of the year. And in some schools, they have theirs in May. Go ahead in February, but make sure it's like in the beginning of the month. So you won't, you can be accustomed to your habits. Because there's some girls, they come in, they don't know what to expect. And they come and they see girls who are stretched in practice, and they look like, I can't do this. And they end up, not trying out like the last day or whatnot. You don't want that. You're not going to give up. Because one thing about cheering, you don't give up. No matter how hard it gets, you don't give up. Okay. Then you have to evaluate, okay, why do I want to cheer? Trust me. It's a lot of reasons that people want to cheer. And it's, a lot of those reasons aren't necessarily the best reasons. Like, somebody who, they're kind of like shy and stuff like that. Well, I want to do it, to get to know, get to know people, I think that's good, but I feel like you can get to know people with anything else. You can just go walk around school. You can get to know people in class. So, it's not social hour when you're cheering. It's like you get up there and you do your thing. At practices, you can joke and goof off and stuff like that, but when it comes time to practice, it comes time to practice. You can't, sit up there, like goofing off and trying to make friends. No. Yeah, it's good to make friends, but that's not the main goal for cheering. Then some people well, I want to do it because I be popular. Not all cheerleaders are popular. Trust me, like me, I'm one of the ones, like, I'm kind of, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people, but I'm not popular. Like, there's CK. Oh my gosh, CK. I mean, I have a good bit of friends, and I know a good bit of people, and a good bit of people know me. But I'm not, going around, ooh, I'm going to be popular, I'm going to be popular. No. It's a lot of cheerleaders, they don't even know your names. So, that's not a reason to try out. And then some people are like, boys will notice you more. That one's kind of hard, because they do notice you more. But I mean, no. That ain't a good reason to try out. Boys shouldn't even be on your minds. Well, if you're in high school, it's different. But middle school, because the society, our society is going bad. It's like middle school is doing more stuff than you could ever imagine. Okay. But, and some people like, well, my mom doesn't allow me, she won't allow me to wear skirts and stuff unless it's to a certain I mean, I ain't trying to tell you to go against your parents, but I mean, sneak and get something. You get what I mean? You have to know why you're trying out. You have to have a great reason to try out. Like, me, for instance, like, I don't know. I always wanted to cheer since I was like 5, and I started cheering when I was 5. So, I mean, probably because I've been doing it most of my life. And I find it fun. And it's a great way to keep, and, like, a great physical, well-being and whatnot, in shape. And, and then it's like some people, they try out because they have nothing else to do. Good for you. At least you're trying to stay active. I wouldn't say that that's a completely, wrong reason to try out, but I mean, you can get active in many ways. Like, you can put down your cell phone, you can, put down the remote, you can go walk outside, like, go walk to the store or something. You don't have to drive as much, because I know a lot of us are complaining about gas and stuff like that, because, you have your cars when you're, like, a teenager, riding in your car. Gas, you can, like, walk to school. Well, where I live at, I can, like, just walk straight to school. And I have done it before. I've jogged to school. But yeah, you have to, know those basic goals and stuff, and just make sure you just stay you. And when you do make the team, make sure that you're able to attend most of the practices. If you can't attend all practices, it's okay. You better have a valid excuse for not attending, because it's a lot of girls, they will, say, oh, I had an appointment, I had a doctor's appointment, but in actuality, they had a hair appointment. Or, some girls, they'll say, somebody died in my family, but actually it was a dog who died. So, yeah, have a valid excuse. And I know it's going to be times where you want to quit the team. Don't quit. Been there, done that. Don't quit. It's not worth it if you quit, because it's like, more than likely you will have spent all your money, because you have to pay $100, like, after like the first 3 weeks. You better have them $100. Well, my school, you have to have $100. But I know I'm going on, but I want you to make the team. And if you have a friend trying out, encourage them too. And I know that everyone's not going to make it. So, like, if you make it and your friend don't make it, or if your friend makes it and you don't make it, don't think that it's the end of the world. I mean, you can try out next year. Or, if you're like a junior and you tried and you don't get it, I'm sorry. Maybe you should try out for college, or like keep working, or, or like find, okay, like my church, we have a basketball team and stuff, and see, I'm thinking about organizing, a cheer squad for, a basketball team, because I know, like, it's a lot of girls who really want to cheer, but they don't have the capabilities. But yeah, just be true to yourself. And if you and your friend make the team, stay as close as possible, but don't depend on each other. Meet new people, but like I said, it's not a social hour. You have to know when it's time to work, and it's gonna be crunch time a lot of times. But other than that, I wish the best for you, and I'm out. TK. Peace and love. Thanks.